زي خبركم تخاتلتنا لما أنتي على تسران سلستن أدار يزقون زلوا مالتيو اليوم بزحات إرتراويانين تجارون بكتما هيستن سلما وصل في قبر الله كم زي تريوم زلهم اليوم بزحات تجارون إرتراويانين بحنسب حبيرهم نتي بإسياسن دكتور أبيين على تجراي زكاي زلوا ورار نمقوام أبزح جوان سلما وصل في نمكياد أب تداليوم يركب له مالتي.
Okay, I would say good afternoon, but you would have to forgive me because this is not a good afternoon for all of us here. Today marks day 20 of the genocidal war that has been waged on the innocent people of Tigray, northern Ethiopia. It marks how long it's been since we've spoken to our families to know that they're simply okay. I have a daughter who's an American citizen that's there, and I don't know her whereabouts. All of us here have families there that we cannot get a hold of, and we don't know of their well-being. Genocide Watch organization has just released genocide emergency alert that genocide in Tigray has reached extermination phase. So, this is an appeal from the Tigray community, Hiyustan, our Eritrean brothers and sisters, and everyone who has gathered here today, to the international community to directly intervene and prevent a further catastrophic genocide that will impact millions of civilians and destabilize the Horn of Africa and possibly the entire continent of Africa. And just to give you a backdrop and a little bit of perspective of what has transpired, the 2019 Nobel Peace Prize winner, Prime Minister Abiy Ahmed, entered into office with the promise of reform and resolution. With elections scheduled to be held at both the federal and regional government, Dr. Abiy Ahmed postponed them using the COVID-19 pandemic as an excuse. Meanwhile, the Tigray regional government held a free and fair election as scheduled in September 2020, which the federal government has been labeled as non-constitutional and invalid. Notwithstanding his guarantees of change and democracy, Dr. Abiy Ahmed Ali has continued to stay in power even after his constitutional term limit has expired on October 5th, 2020. This has become a government of a one-man rule, undermining the federal constitution. Shortly after, and unjustifiably, Abiy Ahmed resorted to an all-out war against the elected regional government of Tigray and its people. As we have the luxury to stand here today, let me repeat that again. As we have the luxury to stand here today, a bloody war, a genocide, is happening all over the region of Tigray in northern Ethiopia. And many innocent civilians are being slaughtered, assassination style. I want the press to look at this child here. This is a child. Her name, she's 14 years old, and her name is Eisayas. The military soldiers entered her house and killed her parents in front of her eyes as she watched, and she is currently wounded and she's in the hospital. This is my daughter. This is our daughter. This is your daughter.
Yes.
Furthermore, Abiy Ahmed betrayed his own people and committed treason by allowing neighboring dictators, Isaias of Eritrea, and giving him a green light in attacking the innocent people of Tigray, and tag teaming in committing suicide in Tigray, and putting the innocent people of Eritrea in harm's way. This is all happening on the watch of the United States and the entire international community. If that was not enough, Prime Minister Abiy Ahmed enlisted and allowed weaponized modern technology drones from the United Arab Emirates to engage in the genocidal crusade, which have bombed and killed innocent children in Tigray. Here's another exhibit, and I want everyone to look at this. This is another child of ours. Her name is Desta. She's only 8 years old. Drones of United Arab Emirates bombed her village. She was wounded in her head for 4 days without any proper medical treatment that she was not able to get because of denial of Prime Minister Ahmed Ali. She passed away after 4 days. She died of drones from the United Arab Emirates. And I want the world to look at this. This is again my daughter. This is our daughter. This is your daughter. Yes. Below is a list of substantiated facts and circumstances of Abiy Ahmed's aggression on the people of Tigray. Number one, he launched a media campaign of dehumanization of the Tigray people and its leaders. This is an action that is historically an initial stage of ethnic cleansing. He suffocated the people of Tigray economically and socially through blockade of roads, flights, electricity, fuel, banks, telephone, internet, and access to food and medical supplies. Number three, he applied direct financial, administrative, and other discriminatory tactics against Tigrayans' own businesses, in effect, reducing them to bankruptcy. Number four, as a prelude to war, he had profiled Tigrayans, criminalized and arrested many of its leaders using the legal system and political weapon. Number five, he disconnected Tigray's and other region media outlets in an attempt to silence the people and conceal his heinous crimes. Number six, he denied the people of Tigray the support to combat the recent devastating locust invasion that has threatened the livelihood of millions of Tigrayans, as well as denying support of COVID-19 prevention resources, medicine, tools, and other humanitarian supplies funded by the international community. Number seven, he conspired with foreign forces such as Eritrea and non-African actors like United Arab Emirates, which are now carrying out joint and coordinated military genocide against Tigray and the innocent people of Tigray. Number eight, these events have forced thousands to flee to neighboring Sudan with unimaginable humanitarian crises. Many women, many mothers, many young ladies are being molested and raped as we stand here today. Therefore, we denounce this unjust and barbaric genocide. The Tigrayan American citizens in Houston, Texas, and across the diaspora community, along with our brothers and sisters from the Eritrea community, call to our senators, Ted Cruz, John Cornyn, and specifically the Honorable Congresswoman Ms. Sheila Jackson Lee, the Honorable Congressman Mr. Al Green, the Honorable Congressman Mr. Kevin Brady, the Honorable Congressman Mr. Dan Crenshaw, the Honorable Congresswoman Ms. Sylvia Garcia, and all the congressmen and women in Texas and across the United States. You have to do something. You cannot be silent. You cannot just stand on the sideline. You cannot be a spectator. You must say enough is enough.
Yes.
And therefore, you must immediately pass a resolution to put an end to these genocidal acts and humanitarian crisis while incorporating the following demands that we respectfully request. Number one, to restore services including transportation, banking, electricity, internet, and telecommunications in Tigray so that we can speak to our families. Number two, for the immediate cessation of all forms of internal and external genocidal hostilities waged against the people of Tigray. Number three, for immediate cease of all forms of negative and racial media campaigns, mass ethnic profiling, and the imprisonment of Tigrayans, Eritreans, and all other ethnic groups all across Ethiopia. For immediate engagement from the international community to stop interference by foreign forces, especially the Eritrean government of Isaias and the United Arab Emirates, whom have directly engaged militarily in a war or by supplying technological weaponry such as drones. Number five, to charge the 2019 Nobel Peace Prize winner Abiy Ahmed Ali with war crimes and blunt activities of tyranny and effort to propel personal miscalculated political capital gains. And number 6, for the release of all the political Tigrayans and non-Tigrayans, detainees, and journalists. We urgently stress that now is the time to impose the necessary action to bring about immediate de-escalation and facilitate all-inclusive dialogue to find lasting peaceful resolution and preserve the lives of millions of innocent civilians. And this is to Prime Minister Khalifa bin Zayed. Stop killing the people of Tigray.
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 Stop genocide in Tigray.
Stop genocide in Tigray.
Stop genocide in Tigray.
Stop genocide in Tigray.
We don't want war.
We don't want war.
We don't want war.
We don't want war.
We want peace.
We want peace.
We want peace.
We want peace.
نحن ما نريد الحرب.
نحن ما نريد الحرب.
نحن ما نريد الحرب.
نحن ما نريد الحرب.
نحن نريد السلام.
نحن نريد السلام.
نحن ما نريد الحرب.
نحن ما نريد الحرب.
نحن نريد السلام.
نحن نريد السلام.
Tigray people will prevail.
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 What's your name again?
My name is Yosef Kidani.
Can you spell it?
Yosefkidane. Yosef Kidani.
And you're with who?
I am with the Tigray community, Hiyustan. I'm a board member.
Got you.
Thank you.
And then, sir, could you do the same thing before you start?
Okay, my name is Dr. Johannes Gebre. I'm an Eritrean, and I'm here representing an Eritrean organization to support and express our solidarity to the people of Tigray. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. We, Eritrean citizens and members of the AKIL movement in Houston, Texas, would like to reaffirm our strong support to the people of Tigray and vigorously condemn the genocide and ethnic cleansing that is underway in Ethiopia. The chief reason that we are here today is to call upon the international community to put pressure on the President of Eritrea, Isaias, and the Prime Minister of Ethiopia, Dr. Abiy, to immediately stop the war that they launched to murder the people of Tigray, including mothers and innocent children. This war has already killed thousands and dismantled the lives of millions. We are also here for another reason, that is to express our gratitude and support to the peace initiative taken by the African Union and call other bodies of the international community to shoulder their responsibility and pressure the two leaders to bring an immediate end to the ongoing war. All in all, we are here for the following reasons. Number 1, to call for peace in Eritrea and Ethiopia.
Yes.
Number 2, to condemn the leader of Eritrea, President Isaias, for interfering in Ethiopia's internal matter. Number 3, to express our support to the people of Tigray who are being brutally murdered. Number 4, to demand Ethiopian soldiers to leave Eritrean soil and stop using our country as a military base to commit crimes against humanity. And number 5, to call upon the international community to take practical steps to end the war. Eritrean citizens and members of the AKIL movement in Houston, Texas, 23rd November 2020. Thank you.
Thank you.
And now I have the honor of introducing a gentleman who is known in Houston and across the United States, Brother Cornel X. He is the Black Panther leader in the Houston chapter. Brother Cornel X.
In the name of God, the beneficent, the merciful, we give praise to there's but one God, the sender of Moses and the Torah, Jesus and a perfect gospel, Muhammad and the Quran. Peace be upon all the worthy servants and followers of worthy servants, messengers and prophets. I am here today to say some things that has not really been said. The question will be raised, why would black people in America care about what's going on with the people of Tigray? Because these are our brothers and sisters.
Yes.
This is our family.
Yes.
It has always been the desire of Arabs who entered into that part of the land to control and dominate all non-Muslims, all non-Arabs, and to control and dominate the darker skinned ones of that part of the earth.
Yes.
I am a Muslim, but we as Muslims must remember that if it was not for the people of Tigray and their king, Islam would have probably never been born. Muhammad, Muhammad was fleeing his persecutors. I love Muhammad, but if it was not for the people of Tigray, I never probably would have ever heard the name Muhammad.
That's right.
When he was fleeing his persecutors, the king of that land that you call Tigray told Muhammad, come and let's talk. And when he spoke to Muhammad, he said, tell me what you believe. And after discussing a dialogue with Muhammad, he said, your belief is what I believe too. And he gave the persecutors a warning, touch Muhammad and we will go to war with you. If it was not for the people of Tigray, Prophet Muhammad Ibn Abdullah, the Rasul of Allah, never ever would have brought Islam throughout the East like he did. But we got to be honest. The same thing that's happening to the people of Tigray also happened in Sudan, where the Janjaweed, the white-skinned Arabs, wanted to exterminate the darker-skinned Sudanese brothers and sisters. And they committed genocide. And the world said nothing. The same thing happened in Rwanda with the Hutus and Tutsis, where the lighter skin over the side took place. The same thing happened in Somalia. Genocide of a single people. The same thing happened in Liberia. We as black people have to understand that we're not just black in America, but we are black all around the world. And the suffering of our people in Tigray is our suffering also. We must make that connection, because what the United Arab Emirates is doing with weapons that they bought from Donald Trump's administration. Donald Trump's administration sold them the weapons that they are using now in that region to bomb and kill and destroy the innocent men, women, children, and babies of Tigray.
That's right.
You got a government in Syria who is now don't want to truly be elected because the people have already let them know they don't want them anymore. So they've suspended elections. They've suspended the Constitution. The people of Tigray don't have cell phone service. They have no internet service. They have no way to even get running water or sewage. Why would the government do that to them? Because they don't want to come out the pictures of the bombing and the mass killings that are taking place. They don't want to come out the videos that cell phones could send showing women being raped, children being murdered, old people being shot in their homes. That's why they suspend the service.
That's right.
But yet America, under the Trump administration, gave the technological weapons to that government that they're using to destroy the people of Tigray. We must open our mouths, because we were silent in Rwanda. We were silent in Bosnia and Herzegovina. We were silent in Somalia. We were silent in Liberia. But we cannot be silent about what is happening to our own people in Tigray, to the Muslims, to the Muslims. How can we not honor the debt that we have to the people of Tigray? How could we as Muslims say La ilaha illallah Muhammad Rasulullah and not be grateful for the people of Tigray that gave us Muhammad's protection?
Yes.
How could we do this? And the white-skinned Arabs, I'm going to say this. Many don't like this. But see, if these were white-skinned people of Tigray, we wouldn't have this problem.
You're right.
If these were white-skinned people of Tigray, this would not be happening.
That's right.
It is happening because the Arabs have always wanted to exterminate and control the dark-skinned people of that region.
Yes.
So to the African-American Muslims, you got to stand up and unite to stop the genocide in Tigray. Because if we're silent when it's happening to them, what happens when it happens to us?
So,
Nobody will open their mouths and say anything. To the United States government, to the Biden-Harris administration, you have the power to pick up the phone and tell these rogue governments, leave them alone.
That's right.
To the Biden-Harris administration, you have the power to tell the president, the falsely elected president, the corrupt president of Eritrea, leave them alone, or we'll place sanctions on you. We need our congressmen and our senators to place severe sanctions on that government to force them to stop the genocidal practices that are taking place against the people of Tigray. That's what we must ask for. And it's only the right thing to do. Because I'm telling you, the same way nobody said nothing when it was happening in Sudan, and you see the strange silence now against the people of Tigray, this will continue happening all through what we know as Africa.
That's right.
This is really about the battle to control Africa.
true.
That's really what this is about.
Yes.
And black people of that region must not be put under subjugation of new colonial masters who really have a controlled interest in their hearts and minds based on theology and race. So I stand with you. I support you. And let this press conference and this protest go out all over the world.
Yes.
And let the world demand. Stop the genocide in Tigray.
Stop the genocide in Tigray.
Thank you.
Thank you, Brother Cornel X. That was very moving and very powerful. Stop killing the people of Tigray.
Stop killing the people of Tigray.
Foreign Minister Sheikh Abdullah bin Zayed, stop killing the people of Tigray.
Foreign Minister Abdullah bin Zayed, stop killing
the people of Tigray.
Stop killing people of Tigray.
UAE, stop bombing Tigray.
UAE, stop bombing Tigray.
UAE, stop bombing Tigray.
UAE, stop bombing Tigray.
Stop the genocide in 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 Tigray.
أقف القتل في تيغراي. أوقف القتل في تيغراي. أوقف القتل في تيغراي. نحن ما نريد الحرب. نحن ما نريد الحرب. نحن نريد السلام. نحن نريد السلام. We don't want war.
We don't want war.
We want peace.
We want peace.
We want peace.
We want peace.
Thank you. Okay, next I have the honor of introducing our brother Ermias. He's chairman of the Tigray community, Hiyustan.
Okay, my name is Ermias. I am a board member of the Hiyustan Tigray community. I'm going to address I'm going to address using our local language, Tigrinya. يغني اللي مبار أبزي مسانا متيهم زلهم نحنا ناي هيوستن تجراي كوميونيتي عبالات أبزي مسانا تتساتفون تقاومهم من حونتكم تتقلصوا ناس متاهم ناي إيرتران كوميونيتي عبالات وانا النت عبالات يأكل ناي إيرتران كوميونيتي لكم بتاعم 5 جنيه دلي نحنا أبزي ساعات زي حزب تجراي ناي زر مسنات وين جينوسايد تاوجوه وتادرات تخريبو يشفشفلو ازي اندا تزاربنا خلنا نايلوم 3 معلت لعلميت مناسات بشكره تقاتيلهم يوم دقنستي حواتنا يدفرالوا نبرت يفرسلو يودملو حزبي باسابس يسددلو ازو كل زي زغبر زلو بنات نايلنا زامنا يوم منغستنان ملافنتو زخونه حزبون عدون زنصفه إسياس أفورقن ኮይኑ إسياس أفورقي نهزب إرترا قتيلو أسددو أنصيفو عدفريسو እንደገና ህዝብ ትግራይ የንጽፈለው እዚ ጸረ ህዝብ ዝሆነ ስርዓት ምስ መንግስት ኢትዮጵያ ወይ ድማ ናይ አቢይ መንግስት ተሻሪኹ ንህዝብ ትግራይ ከንበርክኽ ንህዝብ ትግራይ ታሪኹን መንነቱን ከጥፍ ተላዒሉኒ የጥፈሎ ናይ ህዝብ ትግራይ ወንጀሉ ሓንቲትያ ባዕልና ንባዕልና ዕድልና ክንውስን ብምዋሉ እዩ እዚ ብምዋሉ ህፃናት ይቅተላለዋ أحواتنا يدفر الله حزبنا يسدد الله إزياب مبالو طرحية خلا حتيات يبلون ناي عالم محبر سب تطوي لي رينا له أبكروا جزء ناي أفريقيا دايركتور زغنة أمباسادر تيبورناج عدلنا هبويلو نابي أتيلو سقعزو الدنا مالتين أبز ساعات زي لعل فرق مليون زنبر الله ختمه مقاله بتانكن بنفاريتن كدبدبا يدحر 7 كلتن ساعات يلو زاقيد 48 ساعات تودي له سلازي حزبنا دحر 10 تخلتوي 10 6 ساعات تاي كم زغطمون فلطو ነገር የለን كلنا ببزلنا يو نزلو وكلتنا يكون نناي عالم محبرسب ابيت كنبللنا ولدنا احواتنا بيتسبنا يهلو يموتوا يسددوا خنفلط يكالنا نزحالفه 3 سمون ሙሉ سبا هوسبيتال مساعتوا بزي حكمنا يموتالو مدحانيت زوسد ناي حبرتسبنا خفلي مدحانيت كيركب يغبرالو كمانم ركبات نلعلي 10 مليون حزبي مس مانم ناي عالم محبرسب كيراخب غيرو سب يچفچفلو ازي ناي عالم محبرسب تطويل يريالو تطويل مرأيو خيف أكل حزز النهاية يا أمريكا من محدار بوانانت دما أبي إثيوبيا زركبنا يا أمريكا أمباسادرن أو واشنطن دي سي النهاية يا أفريقيا قد دايركتور تيبور ناجن أبيين إسياسن حزب تجراي أطفيهم وين قصيعهم وينم جفجفهم سقع زودهم عدلنا هبو تصبوينا يمزولنا زلو سلازي أبزي زلهم محاتن حواتن قتيمنا زنيه تصقم طورنت يكونن قتيمنا زنيه تصقم وق نحد وانا يكونن تقلالا حزبنا ناي مطفايو تقلالا حزب تجراين حزب إرتران ناي مطفا سراح يسرح زلو أحواتنا أحاتنا بيتسبنا زامنوو أملاخ مساعتهم تطو يبل نحنا أبزي زلنا دمع عقمنا بزفقده خنماغوتينا كنقالسينا خنربرب يبلنان كندكم يبلنان يملكتو يننولو خنقرب اب كسلفو زغبنا خنسلف عقمنا زفقدوني بگنزبنا يكون بغلبتنا خنحجز بزغره منገድ ይዚ ክላቦ ይፈቱ حزبنا يدقيمه حزب إرترا إذا ما إذنه نحزب تجراي طرح زي كونه نحزب إرترا ناي مطفأن ناي مصنا ناي منصاتن سرح سلازخونه كلنا إيد بإيد تحقاقيزنا تدقاقيفنان نزمت إذنه تطو كنبلو خنملسو يقبئنا دحر حزي كم كوميونيتي إنا تعدادمنا زي كنا كم حدا كوميونيتي بحدا خوينا تسلفنا بحدا خوينا تزراريبنا زنقر زي كنملسو لنا على لزيا عيننا النار أيو حواتنا يقتلوا اللو قدم حاونا يسيف كقرب كالريهم إذا حفتنا زي أبوانا دي أنا القدميات قتلهم تاع عينة هيوته اللو هذه حرحجي بهيوتهم زي AFP ولا أيو أجانس فرانس بريس ولا إزارب زلهم نايب عليه كونن سبات على قدم بيتسوم عينهم النار أيو بخرة يمتحريدهم زي أب تاريخنا سمعنا يونين فلتن تجيروني بزح طرنت تخايد يفتعدي نزحله فخلت تشح عمت زنبره حزبيو أب طرنت زنبره حزبيو جن حزز جبر زلو قفعي حزز جبر زلو نورنا جرجن إنكاو كتسمعون كتقبلون تخيل للعليو سلازي حوات بحدا خوينا كم حدا بيتسو خوينا أزمت الناس النهي خنك على سو أزمت الناس النهي نخملس كنسعر لنا كابزين العلي أبزمت إخوم مسانا تسلفكم زلهم كلهم ناي كلها قداي سلازخوني حزونا يدقيمة دقاقيمة كمسقن يدلي حزونا يدقيمنا دقاقيمنا AAU كابعدنا وطلنا
AAU كابعدنا وطلنا
AAU بدرون حزبنا يتقتلوه
AAU حزبنا يتقتلوه
أبي أحمد بحزبنا بدرون يتقتل
أبي أحمد حزبنا بدرون يتقتل
أبي أحمد قتال حزبيو
أبي أحمد قتال حزبيو
إسياس أصنات حزبيو
إسياس أصنات حزبيو
إسياس أصنات حزبيو
إسياس أصنات حزبيو
حزبنا بسلام يتحلوا لنا يغني.
Okay, thank you, Ato Ermias. We really appreciate it. Next, we have another brother from our Eritrean community in Hiyustan, Mr. Tedros.
الرأي غني لي أنا كابزح زرامك إني جنكور كزارب بتقاتي مزلا بتعمز حزنيو بتعمي سنبينا هنا سقعلومي إسران قلنا عمت إسران قلنا معلت خوينو دكاز بهال أيدك أسنان زقاتي مزلا بختي أكتري أدخلها بتحدى أبعل العراق أبعل سوريا أبعل اليمن زقاتمه بدرون دبدب كندي حزبي كندي قالعود كندي هديهات ميتين كلها أنا حزيننا أب فيسبوك ديو أب يوتيوب ديو أب تلفزيون درينا هنا زي أب إيران أب سوريا استرائي أب يمن استرائي بمترون بقدر نزنبر محرمتي أب العلي سلاماوي حزبي أب حزب تقرأ كرر كله أنا بتعمي سنبيده بتعمي أب حزب تقرأيس كم زغتش في جبهة الرأي زحزني عسى شعات عمل تقاريسكا 3 عمل تقاريسكا نخمزي زها ناي بعد إسياسن زهندسوه ناي بعد أبي خا زهندسوه بحنساب كوينم نز حزب زي مليسهم نبتناي قدم وق نبت قدم استعوتنايو بقرسنا حزب إيرتران ناصرنتو حزب تግራይ ሓርነቱ ዝረኸቦ ንድሕሪት ይመልሱና ኣለዎ ማለት እዩ ብጣዕሚ ዝሕዝን ብጣዕሚ ዝሓለፈ 2098 ዝተገብረ ውግእ ጸሊም ታሪኽና ሓሊፍና በኺና ነቢዕና ብጣዕሚ ተጣዒስና ሕጂ ኸኣ መሊሶም ከኣናዊ መልሱና ኣለዎ ስለዚ كلنا حزب تግራይን حزب ኤርትራን ነዚ ጉዳይ እዚ ክንቃለሶ ኣለና ስቕልና ኣክርየና ኣብቲ ብፅዕ ክበፅሕ እዩ ኩሉ ግዜ ውፅዕ ህዝቢ ይዕወት እዩ ስቕልና ከዓ ኣይክርየና ስጋዕ መወዳእታ ክነብፅሖ ኢና ኣይክዕወቱ እዮም ከዓ ስለዚ ብጣዕሚ ዝሕዝን እዩ ከምዚ ዓይነት ሰንቢደ የፈልጥን ናሃቶም ህዝቢ ትግራይ ብድሮንን بزي فتن درونن برفتن مقاب جزع منقستو مالتي سيفل وار أما آخرناهم تفكر له زحزن سلازي احنا أبقوني حزب تግራይ توسع حزب إيرترا أبقوني حزب تግራይ هلو عجهم كن عوتنا سقع مودع تهرم صحينا يغني اللي
يغنينا أتو تدرس بتعملنا نمسجن بقصال النت زي أقوانا عنتوي نورا زي أقوانا مالتيو حال حاونا بزي سلفي زلو بقربا يفلت أي يلو لمو نعود استيستي جزاك هوي دكتور دستا أمالك
كما يوعدكم أحوات أنا نستعمل بحال كابزالان بسايه بصوتي عدي كابتقابل قولكم تفلتوكم وانا تنكينات بوتايو زالان بسا 85 زماديهم إذا قل عزياء أنا أي فلت كوان مجمريا وولدا قن فلتو لي قشي إسيياسن سبيتو نقول نسبيت حوبي حفتايا إنا مجمريا فلت كوان دحراي إذا قال عزياء قال مني لأن زالم بسخ حتى تكلخوا نحواتي من هنا بحاول يدوي للسودان الله قال كشي هي قال كشي سياس مخانا فليته إذا كبلا زد الله خزي زارب زد الله خنا خالي يكونن تدخل زموت زلوا ويلومي أبزك في نفس الدت في النمبر حاوكم حفتكم صلاح نقول بالكلام ساسب صح 50 شعة تنسر حم مويتهم يبهلم زالم بسخ كاباتهم 85 إخواتي أخوان إن كل جزانا إذا أتزلوا تزموت زلوا وانت خوكي وخاب إرتراز مثلوا تقدر خندي حواتنا اللو ويموت اللو أبدي يفلطوا نجارات من اللي شافوا ينام زواجو زلوا بزيوبون حواتنا كلهم حولنا على وين أخوينهم النازي نززر أنا المسنات المسألة جر تابعنا مع أنت أنا استنخنك على سلنا سلنا ما تأخذك أنا بحيل مسجد
Thank you, Yaganian Nahauna, Dr. Dosta. I'm going to invite Brother Cornell X again to the podium so he can give us some closing remarks.
Brothers and sisters, please, those of you all on your social media pages, I hope that you went live with what is being done here today. I hope that you went live. Yes. And let this go before the whole world. And I want my African brothers and sisters and African American brothers and sisters and Africans throughout the world to understand what you're looking at. You're not really just looking at a small nation of people. This is the ancient of black people. When you look at Egypt, these are the original Egyptian people right here. This is what you're looking at.
Exactly.
And so when you talk about Queen Nefertiti and King Tut, you're talking about these people. Right. They want the world to believe that the ancient Egyptians are white. The ancient Egyptians are not white. These are the ancient original Egyptian people you're looking at right here.
Yes.
So to my African and African American brothers and sisters, these are our ancestors.
That's right.
These are our ancient brothers and sisters.
That's right.
We have to fight that they survive. Because what they want to do, Trump allowed his son-in-law and son to broker a deal with Israel that where the United Arab Emirates can try to take over that part of the region because they want to take the Nile from these people.
Yes.
That's what this is about. And if they can exterminate the people of Tigray, they can take back the Nile.
Yes.
The Nile belongs to black people. Do not allow them to do this. So make sure that all of our black brothers and sisters throughout the world and our blacks in America, brothers and sisters, these are the people that we've been studying about. When we study the ancient Metnunetta, when we study the ancient hieroglyphics, when we study Egyptology, when we study Pan-Africanism, these are the people we're reading and studying about.
Yep.
You cannot study hieroglyphics. You cannot study ancient Egyptology. You cannot study the ancient Metnunetta and not fight to protect our brothers and sisters who are the root of that knowledge. So brothers and sisters in America and throughout the world, let's tell those Arabs, not this time. Let's tell Israel, not this time. Let's tell Trump's son-in-law the deal that you made to take back the Nile, not this time. So thank you, brothers and sisters, for being here. But send this all over the world. Let the world see what they're trying to do in Tigray. Because that is the start for conquering all of Africa. Let's not allow that to happen. Thank you, brothers and sisters, for allowing me to speak with you today. Thank you for allowing me to be here with you today. And thank you for standing up for those who don't have the voice. Thank you.
Thank you, Brother Cornell. Please, another round of applause for Mr. Cornell X. UAA, stop killing our people.
UAE, stop killing the people.
UAE, stop killing our people.
UAE, stop killing our people.
UAE, stop killing innocent children.
UAE, stop killing innocent children.
Stop bombing Tigray.
Stop bombing Tigray.
Stop the genocide in Tigray.
Stop the genocide in Tigray.
We want peace.
We want peace.
We want peace.
We want peace.
We don't want war.
We want war.
We want peace.
We want peace.
Tigray will prevail.
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 እሺ ጽቡቅ እኔና ኣብ መወዳእታ ናይ ማሕበርና ኣብ ወንበር ዝኾነ ኣቶ አብርሃም ሃይሉ ናብ መድረክ ክዕድም
ኣራይምባር ዝኸበርኩንን እንኳን ሓን መጻኹም ያው ኩሉ ነገር ተባሂሉ እዩ ተንኪው ንምባል እዩ ናይ ትዕድል ተዋሂብኒ ዝንዮ እና ካብ ኣብዚ ኣብ ህዩስተን እትነብሩ ኤርትራውያን ኣሕዋትና እቲ ምድላው ማዕረ ኸማላ ተዳሊኹም ኣብዚ ኣብ ጎንና ኩሉ ግዜ ከም ትገብርዎ ስለተሰለፍኩም ብሽመይ ብሽም ህዩስተን ኮሚኒቲ ትግራይን ከመስገን ይፈቱ ፍላይ ድማ ካብ ኣውስቲን ቴክሳስ ሳን አንቶኒዮ እውን 3-4 ሰዓት ዝኣክል ድራይቭ ጌርኩም ያው ስቃይ ህዝብና እቲ ንሰላምን ንፍትሕን ዝተቃለሰ ህዝቢ ሕዚ ናይ ኣደዳ ሞትን ስደትን ኮይኑ ዘሎ ስቃይ ተሰሚዕኩም ኣብዚ ምሳና ክትውዕሉ ድምፅኹም ክትስምዑ ስለዝተረኸብኩም ነመስግን ካሊእ ካብዚ ናይ ኦሮሚያ ኮሚኒቲ ኦሮሞ ተወለድቲ ማለት እዩ ኣብ ህዩስተንን ከባቢያን ዝነብሩ እውን ያው ኣብዚ ስለተሳተፍኩም ካብ ልቢ ነመስግን
What was the main message that you spoke about?
To speak out about what the government of Eritrea is doing to the people of Tigray. To call out the genocide that is taking place in Tigray right now. We were silent in Rwanda. We were silent in Liberia. We were silent in Somalia. We were silent in Bosnia. We were silent in Herzegovina. We were silent in Yugoslavia. But we must not be silent for what is happening to our own brothers and sisters and the people of Tigray. To warn the Muslims that it is the Tigrayan people that gave Prophet Muhammad Ibn Abdullah sanctuary and peace when his life was on the line. When the killers and murderers and haters of Islam wanted to kill the Prophet, and they had the ability to do it, but Allah stopped them and Allah touched the heart of the Tigrayan king, and that Tigrayan people and that king saved Muhammad and his followers and gave them their churches to pray in. It was the Tigrayan people that gave protection to Muslims that Islam would flourish throughout the world. To also warn the rest of the world that what is happening in Tigray is really based on race. This is about the white-skinned people who have the Arab blood in them wanting to dominate and control the people of Tigray and take back the Nile and control of all that part of Africa to give it to the people of Israel and to give it to the Arabs. And so that's why they've cut off all of the internet, cut off all of social media, because now the United Arab Emirates have come into an agreement with the nation of Israel. But what they don't talk about is Trump's son-in-law, who is a member of the Jewish community himself, brokered the deal to take back the Nile. But they wanted them to be silent about the genocide taking place in Tigray. These are a sacred people. They are peace-loving people. Do not do this to them. What is happening in Tigray is unjust. It's inhumane. And this is against the religion of Islam. This is against the principles of Christianity. This is against the principles of Judaism. For the original Falasha Jews are these Tigrayan people. Leave them alone. Let them live in peace and stop bombing these people.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
So they can't do this without the work.
سلام تاخد قبرها متسخنا بزي لما نكبل
سمي يوردانوسي
هلا يوردانوس تاخد قبرها متسخنا بزي
اوكي نابز زنصنا مخنيات مجمرا زلو خناتات مالتي كلوني ኢትዮጵያን ኤርትራን ዝምልከትዩ ስፔሻሊ ትግራይ ኢትዮጵያ ኮላስ ትግራይ ማለት ህዝብ ትግራይ ይጸንትን ይመውትን ይዘሎ እዝኻ ይረዳና እዩ ማዕረኽ እንደይኒ ኤርትራውያን ይጸሉ ከም ዘሎን ክንደይ ኣሕዋትና ኤርትራውያን በኤርትራ ቦርደር ይኹን ኣብ ውሽጢ ኢትዮጵያውን ይኹን ይሞቱ ለውሞ በቃ ጥፋትና የተጋሩስ ጥፋትና ምዃኑ ስለዝርዳእካ ስቶፕ ዊር ከበል ዝመጽ ዘሎ
ኣብዚ መጽ ዘለኹ ኣብ ህዝቢ ትግራይ ተጀመረ ጀኖሳይድ ክቃወም የመጽ ዘለኹ
سلام زحوي من كمل
دخله
من
والله غيدانه
هراي نمتى خبزه ترغيب كاد لها
ابزي ابغى حزب تግራይ ኮይነ ነቲ ዝወርዶ ዘሎ በደል ኣብ ልዕሊኦም ዝወርድ ዘሎ ግፍዒ ንዑ ንኽቃወም ኢለ መጥያት
እንታይ ማለት ካይ እስከ ግልጽ ለይ ዝያዳ
ህዝብ ትግራይ ምንትና ጽነቱን ሓርነቱን ክብል ከቢድ መስዋዕት ከፊል እዩ ጮራ ናይ ዲሞክራሲ ክሪ ጀሚሩ ኣብዚ እዋን ዝግን በትናተይ ዝበሎ መንግስቲ ግፋዓን ይበርስን ስለ ዘሎ ነዚ ክቃወም ኢለ ኣብዚ መጽ ስለዚ ንዑ ኢና ንቃወም ዘለና
ምስኪን ህዝቢ እዚ ክረክብ ብጣዕሚ ዝሕዝን ዓለም ሰሚላ ክትረውን ብጣዕሚ ዝሕዝን ዓለም እንታይ ምዃና ብግብሪ ንርለና ህዝቢ ትግራይ ትማሊ ተቃሊሱ ንኻልኦት እውን ከም ህዝቢ ዝገበረ ተጠቀምቲ ዝገበረ ዘጽለለ ዘዕቆበ መዋእሉ መዕቆብ ዝኾነ ህዝቢ እዚ ክረክብ ዝሕዝን እዩ ኣምላኽ ሙስኡ ይኹን ሕጂ እውን ዝኸፍሎ ዋጋ ዳ ይኸፍል እምበር ምዕዋቱ ፍጹም ኣይጠራጥርን ኣነ ከምኡ ዝረአየኒ ምክንያቱ ኣብ ዓዱ ኣብ ቤቱ ኣብ ገዝኡ ዝዝረፍ ብርባዕተ ኩርናዕ ተኸቢቡ ሓውዝ ዘንቦ ዘሎ ህዝቢ እግዚአብሔር ሱቕ ኢሉ ኣይክሪኦን እግዚአብሔር ሱቕ ኢሉ ኣይክሪኦን ንመጨረሻው መጸበቂ ክኸውን ተስፋ ይገብር ግን ዓለም ኣብ ልዕሊ ህዝቢ ትግራይ ኣብ ቆልዓ ሰበይቲ ኣብ ኣቦታት ኣብ ኣደታት ቡምባ እንዳዘነበ ሱቕ ኢላ ክትርኢ ይሕዝነኒ ብጣዕሚ ይሓዝን ህዝቢ ትግራይ ጀኖሳይድ እዩ ኣብ ልዕሊ ዝኽየ ዘሎ ኩናት ኣይኮነን እዚ ኣብ ልዕሊ ቆልዓ ሰበይቲ ኣብ ልዕሊ ህፃናት ኣብ ከተማታት ቡምባ ክዘንቦን ከሎ ብጣዕሚ ይሕዝነኒ ከም ኤርትራዊ ኮይነ ክሪኦን ከለኹ ገለገለ ሕማቃት ምስቲ ንዓና ዘፅነተ ስርዓት ሓቢሮም ጽቡቕ እኳ ዝብሉ እንትኾኑ ንሕና እቶም ሰብኣውነት ዝርድአና ወፃ ህዝቢ ትግራይ ዝርድአና ወፃ ዝሕለፍና ሰባት ኣብ ጎኒ ህዝቢ ትግራይ ኢና ዘለና ፍትሒ ነቲ ፍትሒ ዝደሊ ከም ዝረክብ ፍጹም ኣይጠራጥረንን ብልክዕ እዚ እምባለይ ገለ ሕማቃት ተጋሩኹም ዝብሉና ንፈልጥ ኢና ንሱ ይኮነን ተጋሩ እንተኾንኩ እውን ይሕብነን እምበር ኣይሕዝነንን ኣብ ጎኒ ከምዚ ዝበለ ውፅዕ ህዝቢ ደው ምባል ኣብ ጎኒ ከምዚ ዝበለ ጭቁን ህዝቢ ደው ምባል ይኹርዓኒ ይሕብነኒ ነቲ ዘርአየ ዘሎ ጅግንነት ምኸተ ድማ ኣምላኽ ይተሓወሶ ብዓወት ይዛዘም ይቐኒየለይ
شيء بتعمي غنينا كبر حونا كاب أوستن بونت زخل منجدي تقاعد متيم يلن نحنا لما عند جزانا كوفين بلن عرفتك نوسدينا منما يدخ مناني لهم زخل منجدي تقاعد بمسام تعمل أنا مسكن الشيء حبريت أون كاب سان أنطونيو سان أنطونيو الشيء
سلام كلكم أخوات كما يدحنديكم زي عم حزبنا قدتي موزلو زعبي شجر كلكم تأكلكم أو زي ما تيجوا من حزبنا تسجم كنزارب كلها بمساهم نقولهم كمسكين يدلي كلها عند حبيرنا زين سجروا نجار يلن مخنياتو قدم حجون زحالفة تاريخنا حزبنا بزح شجر تسجم نابس حند حلي نقول له تساوي حليفوي عبز حجي وان سجر خنسجروا نخل مخنا دم بوينا خن ردا نخل سلازي كلها نتحابيرنا
أبزي زلنا يكون أبكالي خوابي زلنا يكون نهزمنا حاجز كنجبر كرد اتزلت صقم دمان عالم كنفلت عالم وقاتس أنينا عندي أزلا بزخنا جين كنحلل يبلنا كاوس ترفق بزح نجرون زخسبنا نجر كل خيلي مخنياتو إرتراويان أحواتنا أبانا زنورة مرة تغيروا بتغكلنا نحنا أحواتهم مخنا أبقولنا دوي لهم نحنا تصقم كزارو ونحنا تصقم عالم كفلتو بزح سرح سرح زلو أقاطعمي بزي كنا مسكنهم من دلي نحنا كبابي سنة أنتوني أننا بردما كلنا تحاورنا نوزي زبسانا نهزمنا تصقم نشجرن كنا نستحيلنا إنا مسكنامو يغني لنا بتعمين أنا مسكنكم
يغني لنا سان أنطونيو هزيون أبيل كاب سان أنطونيو كاب محبر يأكل من قصاص محبر مسياتهم اللومة نعاوتهم مدركنا
كم وعلكم كلاتكم إرتراوي تقمات سان أنطونيو أبزي ممسينا اتزلنا سوليداريتي لحزب تግራይ ንምግላጽ መብዛሕትنا ኣብዚያ ዘለና ኤርትራን ብትግራይ ዝመጻና ኢና ካባይ ጀሚርካ ማለት ኣብ ትግራይ 6 ዓመት ተቐሚጠ እዩ ማለት ኣብ ዝኾነ ህዝባዊ ሰላማዊ ሰልፊ ኣብ ዛዕዳ 10 ዓመት ገይረለኹ ተሳቲፈ ይፈልጥኒ እዚ ናይ መጀመርያ መዓልቲና እዩ ንሱ ከዓ ምስ ህዝቢ ትግራይ ዝነበረና ርክብ ስለንፈልጥ ኩላትና ኣብኡ ዝነበርና ምስ ህዝቢ ከመልና نبر كم زنبرنا سلنا فلت مود ما أبز شجر زي أبز قرب شجر جزء أبغون خم زلنا نمرق جالس أبزم ساقطكم زلوا خمالتي بتعرى حدث بينا أبكل تهجر ولا دا أن برمبر أنا نحدث تجران أبزي تطاون تلنا سي مفلية بلنا بقانكو أنا ببعدنا بأمنتنا بهايمانوتنا بخلو مالتي سلازينا تتقمتت جمر ويفتلي أم منجوز الله زي كونه እቲ ሓበራዊና ህላውነትና ናይ መንነትና ኩናት ስለ ዝኾነ ማለት እዩ እዚ ዝመዘሎ ብደቡብ ባዕቢ ተበጊስ ዘሎ ሓይልን ህዝቢ ትግራይ ምናልባት ከም ዝሓስቦ እንተኮይኑሉ ድሒሩ እንታይ ከም ዝመጽእ ስለንፈልጥ ማለት እዩ ድሮ ልዕሊ 50,000 ዝኣኽሉ ወታደራት ኣብ ዓድና ናትዮም ኣለኹ ወፁ ደማ ይነውፁን ኣይንፈልጥን ሕማቐሉ ጽበቓሉ ሕጂቲ መገድና ሓደ ስለ ዝኾነ ሓቢርና ክንቃለስ ልዕሊ ዝነበረና ዝምድና ክንትርሮ ህላውነት ናይ ትግራይ ናቲ ህላውናውን ስለ ዝምርኮስ ማለት እዩ ናቲ ህሉና ድማ ናትኩም ህሉና ስለ ዝምርኮስ regardless كان زلنا خصاي كم حدا خصاي كوينا نزلنا شجر بحسب كن حلفه صوعيته يقرب كحلفيو تقراي تسعر تقراي تعوت من حزنة حزب إرتران حزب تقراي عندما نحوار ونبري يا ليلى
شمي أبراهام حاجوس هايلو يبان نبارنتي هيوستن تكساس تقون حلفنتي لما هيوستن ناي هيوستن تجراي كوميونيتي أبومبري
كم يرخبك يا وزي دودبكم وحصر جزء وديبكم وزي ذكايتكم سلمى وصل في كم يلو سقاب حجة كم يرخبكم كم يكيدو تبي
بتعمل صبو تعمل دسيبل دارجة عبوش تحدث سومني نعمل دلوات جيرنا دلوات كايدنا يوم تهزبي فلايد ما هزبي إرترا أبغوننا خوينو أبيستن كوابي عن بر مالتيو صوت راح يكون كوابي سان أنطونيو ون أوستن ون كي طرف نزلوا مع تدالي زنيو من دلوات بتعمل تهانت يوم كان يوم 3 ساعات 4 ساعات زخون درايف جيرمي موزيم سنة وعلم زنيو سلازي زي حدنت حزب تجراين حدنت حزب تجراي إرتران زدنا آخر كونتات كويني إيريو لو مدما بغزر وحد زي بحال حزبنا تعكيمنا زني هنا زي دماتي عب حزبنا زبط زلوا بي عم باجنناوي سرعات أبي أحمدن عم باجنن سرعات بريزيدنت إسياس أفوركن قبل وزلوا شرحي عب حزب إرترا عب حزب إثيوبيان كفيتهم وزلوا كوينات تعاومو سمعتنا نسمع دمتنا دمان حزبي نزملكتو أكل يأكل كبحال ورنت حزب تجراي عيقبون تنبلينا بيش تركنا زنينا بزح بتعمد السبل بزح حساب تحكمنا لنا سبوا مدلات ليرو
نا إرتران تساتفنت كم يرخبك
تعمد السبل نا إرتران تساتفنت كم مدلات نجميرو إيو عم مدلاو نجمر اللوان كم جمر جميرهم تايكن قبر كم زلنا حبيرنا ناتماخرنا هنا مدلاو عدالينا يوم بينتنا يكوننا እና ብጣዕሚ ዝሕጉስ ብጣዕሚ ተሓበን ኩሉ እዚ ጥራሕ ይኮነን ደው እናደወሉውን ኣብዚ ክርከቡ ዘይከኣሉ ኣሕዋት ብገንዘብ ይኹን ብዝኾነ ይኹን ሓገዝ ንክገብሩ ቃል ዝኣተዩና ብዙሓት እሞ ብዘይ ኣጋጣሚ ንዚ ትረኽቡና ዘለኹም ኣሕዋት ከምኡ እውን ድማ ኣብዚ ሎም ዓንቲ ክትርከቡን ዘይከኣልኩም ኤርትራውያን ብጣዕሚ ኢና ነመስግን ኩሉ እቲ ዝግበር ዘሎ ምድላዋት ትከታተልዎ ኣለኹም ቀጻለም ንገብሮ ምድላው ድማ ሓቢርና ክነካይዶ ኢና እና ንትገብርዎ ዘለኹም ኩሉ ከመስግን ይፈቲ ብሽም ህዝቢ ትግራይን ብሽም ህዝቢ ተጋሩ ኣብ ህዩስተንን ከባቢያን ንነብር ኮሚኒቲን ማለት እዩ ይቐኒለይ ተደስዓው
UAE, stop the genocide. UAE, stop killing children. UAE, stop killing innocent people. UAE, stop the killing. Stop the killing. UAE, stop funding terrorists. Stop funding terrorists. UAE. Stop killing our children! Stop killing our children! UAE! Stop the war! Stop the war! Stop the war! Stop the war! We don't war! We don't war! We don't want war! We don't want war! We want peace! We want peace! We want peace! We want peace! UAE! UAE! Stop the killing! Stop the killing! UAE! UAE! Stop the genocide! Stop the genocide! Stop the genocide! Stop the genocide! Stop killing children! Stop killing children! Stop killing innocent people! Stop killing innocent people! Stop killing civilians! Stop killing civilians! Stop killing civilians! Stop killing civilians! UAE! UAE! Stop the killing! Stop the killing! Stop the killing!